Good morning to one and all present here. Today, in the last day of this PHPRO sessions, today we have Dr. Prakruti. She has done her BPT, that is Bachelor of Physiotherapy from Government Physiotherapy College, SSG Hospital, Vadodara. And she has done her Masters from SPB College of Physiotherapy, VS Hospital, Ahmedabad. She has more than 15 years of experience in the field of physiotherapy as a clinician as well as an academician. She has presented many papers and posters in national and international conferences. And currently, she is working as a registrar in charge of our Gujarat State Council of Physiotherapy. And she is going to discuss about today what is the admission process as well as what is the role of GSCPT. And we are very thankful, ma'am, that you have given your valuable time for this discussion for the students. So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Megha. And I am very thankful to CHARUSAT as well as ARIP to organize such great events so that students will get knowledge about admission process as well as what is the governing body. So let us start. So first of all, I think all the students must be going through the admission process as our central admission committee is progressing. So let us take first about the admission process. What is the admission process? And then we will discuss about what is the Gujarat State Council for Physiotherapy. Okay. So first of all, for admission process, for physiotherapy, but generally we know everybody, all the students must be knowing and they must have registered with this central admission committee which does admission. This particular admission committee does admission for physiotherapy, nursing, orthotics, prosthetics, occupational therapy, optometry, naturopathy, audiology, speech therapy, and other nursing courses. So this is a central admission committee, and you must have registered till now, as the mock round was also going on till yesterday. First and most important thing I would like to tell you that if you continuously or regularly go through the admission committee website, I think there is no need to ask to anybody, as well as you must not have any query. The website is medadmgujarat.org. If you refer this on regular basis, it is quite very well updated website and gives information of all the details regarding admissions. So as you know, as we have already discussed, that this committee does admission for all these different courses. So what you must be aware about what are the number of seats each college has. So you will come to know that you will get admission in that particular college or not. You can check the last year merit also. So each college has different number of seats as per their permission, but even that number of seats are also available in the admission committee website. Individual college list is there, and how much seats that particular college has, that is also there in that link. So generally the college has 75% government seats which are filled by admission committee, 10% management quota, and 15% NRI seats are there. So first, let us discuss what are the eligibility for admission. You must be aware that all should be the citizen of India. To take admission through government quota, you must be a citizen of India. Overseas citizen of India must have a domicile of Gujarat state. You must have completed 17 years of age till 31st December of particular academic year. So for this academic year, you must have completed 17 years of age. You must have passed qualifying examination, that is 12th science with B group, that is physics, chemistry, biology, PCB, from Gujarat board or central board, ICSE, that is international board, or NIUS. Then if you are from this board, passed 12th science, then you are eligible for admission into Admission through admission committee. 12th science with B or even AB group is also eligible for admission into physiotherapy and other this committee related courses, nursing and all. So how this admissions are conducted? As I said, government seats are filled by admission committee, our central admission committee. Management quota seats are sometimes filled by consortium. Some colleges hand over it to the government, so it will be included in government seat. And NRI seats are admissions done by institution. But for NRI seats, each and every students who have passed out from outside India, 12th science, which is equivalent to the 12th science of this Indian board. For that, you need to produce equivalent certificate from Association of Indian Universities. If you have this, you are eligible for NRI quota seats. Now let us take what is the process of admission. So admissions are done online nowadays. Since many years, it is an online procedure. For that, you have to first register yourself in that website, which I already told you. Online registration has to be done. Then once you does with online registration, there will be a process of document verification, then preparation and publication of merit list, then online filling and allotment of admission. You must be aware that till now, this merit list is published for this academic year. Merit list is already published and mock round was also done. Okay, but I will tell you, you have few days, they have extended some dates, and from today itself, you will be, if somebody has missed their registration, you will be able to do it for next 3 days. Starting from today till 20th, you will be able to do it. So after choice filling, there will be allotment of admission. Once you will get admission in particular college, you have to pay the tuition fees. And then you have to submit the original document. Once you submit the original document, your admission will be considered as confirmed. Okay. So let us take this detail, take all this process in detail. First of all, for registration, you have to purchase a PIN. Okay. So if you have not done it till now, you have a time for 3 days and you can do it. Go through this website, medadmgujarat.org, and you will be able to purchase the PIN. After purchasing PIN, you can do an online registration where you have to fill all the details like candidate's detail, your detail. Then you have to generate a password, confirm all the details, and take a printout of your registration. After that, you have to go for the document verification. So you have to go to the health center and verify your original documents. What the documents are required is 12th mark sheet, 10th mark sheet, and as a proof of birth, either birth certificate or living certificate, transfer certificate, or your passport. Any of this can be considered for birth date verification because they check your you have completed 17 years of age or not. Okay, so for that this is required. Then if you belong to a particular category, SC, ST or SCBC, then that category wise whatever document is required that you need to produce. It has to be in original when you go for verification. If you are belong to EWS category, then that EWS certificate is needed. If someone has taken admission or wants to take admission in disability seat on handicapped quota, then you have to have recent, means it has to be within 3 years that valid disability certificate, which has to be issued by government, as well as this will be verified by medical board of this particular admission committee. After this verification, once all the documents are verified, there will be publication of merit list. Merit list will be generated, and you will be given a time if you have any query in merit number also, then also you can contact admission committee. So after registration process, this committee GP and MEC, that is the name of committee, that will prepare and declare merit list for all eligible candidates. Those who are eligible, they will be there in the merit list. You have to verify your merit number and category as mentioned in registration details. You can verify that in the committee website. Okay, if you have any query, you can contact them. Then next thing is online choice filling and allotment of admission. Now, many times what happens, students does not know how to fill up the choices. That is very important, because the way you fill choices, admission will be allotted that way. Okay, so whenever you, there is a mock round, always there is a mock round. So testing will be done and you will be clear about that choice filling. But suppose, what is your first priority, that has to be filled first. Then you should think about, if you will not get admission in that, your first priority, then what will be your next choice? That means then in which college you will take admission, that way you have to fill up the choice. Okay, suppose sometimes what happens, students feel that, okay, I will not get admission in this XYX college, so they won't feel that. Don't do that. Even if there are no chances of getting admission in X or Y college, you fill it up. Because if you will not get admission in first college, you will get it in second. If you will not get in your second choice, you will get in a third choice. Same way. So even if there are no chances of getting admission, then also you have to take a chance and fill up that. Fill that first, because if it is your first priority, that way you prioritize your choices and fill it up. You can fill n number of choice. Okay, 10, 15, 20, whatever you want, you can fill in that. So according to your priority, you fill your choices. After that, once there is a mock round, there will be allotment of seat. So you will come to know that you will get where you will get admission. Just you will get an idea, because this is a mock round, it is not a final one, and admission won't be final on the basis of mock round. But you will come, you will have quite a good idea about where you will get admission. Okay. Then the candidate can view their status of allotment. Always you can log in with your user ID, which was created at the time of registration. Every time, once you enter that user ID, you will get all the details. After mock round, there will be a first round of choice filling. This is a regular round of choice filling. So after that, you have to pay the tuition fees. Okay, once you will get admission after a first round, that means your admission is confirmed in particular college, you have to pay the tuition fees, that can be paid by DD or cash at any designated branch of Axis Bank, or through online payment within the time limit specified by the committee. Within the time limit, you have to pay the fees, then only your admission will be confirmed. Then next process is submission of your documents at a health center. In your nearby health center, you have to submit your original documents. Okay. Once your admission is confirmed in particular college, you have to go to a health center and submit your original documents. Which documents you have to submit is your allotment letter of admission, then fee receipt, tuition fees which you have paid for the first term, one term tuition fees you have to pay, and that receipt, 12th mark sheet, 10th mark sheet, then your birth date. For birth date verification, whatever documents you want to produce, that is school living certificate or transfer certificate, passport or birth certificate. Then for particular category, whichever is applicable, that certificate you have to produce. In case of disability certificate issued by competent authority, for that you have to produce a Xerox. Then copy of free ship card. If you are eligible for free ship card, you have to produce a copy of free ship card. Any other document, if for a particular student it is applicable. So all these documents you have to submit at the health center in original documents has to be submitted once your admission is confirmed. Then there are chances of reshuffling. Generally reshuffling happens for 2-3 times, but it is not fixed. Every time it is not fixed that there will be second round or third round or fourth round. That is not fixed for every year. So for first round only, you fill up the choices properly, because in reshuffling also, if you are in first round, you are getting a X college which you have not filled in a first round, then in reshuffling you will not be able to fill up that college. Okay, so fill the college accordingly, that I've said, according to your choices. So reshuffling happens only in case there is number of seats remain vacant. So many seats, if they will remain vacant, then there are chances of reshuffling. There may be 1 round or 2 round or 3 rounds of reshuffling, but that is not decided. So don't depend on this reshuffling. Candidate can reshuffle seat or choice during this process. You can reshuffle your choices during reshuffling. The candidate shall not be offered admission on the seats available to him in previous allotment process. Okay, suppose in previous allotment, you are getting a seat in particular college and you have not took admission in that, then in reshuffling, you won't be able to get this choice. Okay. So this is how government quota seats are filled. Then there is a management quota seats. So that are done by consortium, and it is always done through a advertisement in newspaper. If colleges have given that management quota and NRI quota to government, then whole the process is done by Central Admission Committee only. And NRI quota, that already we have discussed, it is filled by institute. Documents required are same, but you have to produce a equivalent certificate from Association of Indian Universities, AIU. If you Google it, AIU, then you will get all the details of AIU and how the process of equivalent certificate in AIU is also online only. Now, as I told you that government has just yesterday or day before yesterday, they have extended the date. And so if any students who have not registered in Central Admission Committee, they can register now. Right now, you can register today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow, it is open. So you can purchase online PIN between 11 to 2 from 18 to 20th August. Upload your documents. Duration is same, 18 to 20th, but 11 to 4 p.m. And you can go to, after registration, immediately go to the health center and verify your documents. It is not done, this verification of documents are not done on holidays, okay? On Sundays and government holidays, it is not done. So if you have not purchased PIN and not registered in Central Admission Committee, you can do it right now. You have a time of 3 days. Okay? So this is how the admission process of physiotherapy as well as other related courses, other courses are there. So now let us take what is the Gujarat State Council for Physiotherapy. If you have any question related to admission committee, after this, we will discuss that, okay? So Gujarat State Council for Physiotherapy, GSCPT, is a published by Gujarat Government Gazette. There is an act, this is by law. This body is working by law. The act was published in 2011. Gujarat Legislative Assembly passed this bill of Gujarat State Council for Physiotherapy in 2011. So this council is a governing body of a physiotherapy field. Okay, it governs all the education as well, education related things, as well as all the physiotherapists who are working in a Gujarat state. For all them, all the physiotherapists, this is applicable. So it is constituted by Gujarat government, and then name of members were published in 2016. So this body, governing body of physiotherapy field, is working since 2016. Okay. There are so many different members, just by law, whichever members are there, some are nominated by government and some are elected. Okay. So the members, out of all that members, committee forms, different committees are formed. It is executive committee, equivalence committee, registration committee. All these different committees are there, which does a particular functions. Now, what are the objectives of council? This GSCPT is to coordinate and determine standards of physiotherapy education at all levels. Okay. So all the colleges has to follow the GSCPT guidelines, whatever are published time to time. Okay. To regulate the practice of profession by persons possessing recognized physiotherapy qualification. So all the physiotherapists who are doing a professional practice, they also have to follow the guidelines published by GSCPT time to time. To maintain the register of physiotherapists of Gujarat state. So this council maintains all the records of physiotherapists working in a Gujarat state. And council can advise the government in matters relating to requirement of manpower in the field of physiotherapy. If council feels that if somewhere in government recruitment are needed, then council can advise or write to the government about that. Okay. Now, so what is the difference between association and council? We have seen that students who take admission in physiotherapy, they pass out, they work as a physiotherapist, but there are so many people, so many physiotherapists who are not clear about the association and council. So let me tell you, the council, as I told you, it has a particular act. It functions by a law. Okay. So that law is passed by legislative assembly, and this council is a government organization, whereas association is non-government organization and it is registered under a society act. Suppose some teachers who feel that we need to make a teachers association, so they make that kind of association. So people gather and make some association and register that association under a society act, whereas council is working as per the law and it is a government organization. In association, registration as a member is good, but it is not compulsory. It is not mandatory to register. If you are willing to register in that particular association, you can. Whereas in council, registration as a member is compulsory. You cannot practice, once you passed out, you cannot practice as a physiotherapist without registration in a physiotherapy council if you are working in a Gujarat state. Okay, because this is a Gujarat state body. So why registration in council? Because it is, as we saw, it is mandatory. It is compulsory to register. You can be recognized with authorized body for your professional excellence, and you can practice with a confidence. Okay. Why I should register in council is, if you want to practice after completing your physiotherapy, if you want to practice in a Gujarat state, as whatever designation, you have to register in a physiotherapy council. That means if you are working as a clinician, you are working as an academician, if you are a government employee, in all this case, you have to register with a Gujarat State Council for Physiotherapy after completing your physiotherapy degree. Even if there are so many students who comes here late and they are in hurry for registration, it happens because they think that I want to go out of India, so I do not need to register with a council. But the reality is, whenever you go to US or Australia or Canada, whichever country, what happens is that country sends a verification request to GSCPT, that is Gujarat State Council for Physiotherapy, if you have passed your degree from Gujarat State. So in that case, if you are registered, then only council have your record and then only council can reply them. Okay. So if you want to go outside of India, then also it is mandatory to register with the council. Okay. Then what are rights of registered members? So as we have discussed, you can practice as a physiotherapist anywhere in a Gujarat state. You can hold office as a physiotherapist, or you can have your own clinic. You can work in a government or any other institute by local or other authority. You can practice as a physiotherapist in Gujarat state and recover in respect of such practice any expenses and fees to which you may be entitled. You can take your own fees. Physiotherapist shall be entitled to sign, authenticate any certificate required by law to be signed as a authorized physiotherapist. They shall be entitled to give any evidence at the court if there is some dispute or something, some matter goes to the court. Then if you are registered, you can produce that document. Okay. Otherwise it will become difficult if there is some professional dispute and that dispute goes to the court. Even if you are not registered as a physiotherapist, other laws or other sections will also apply in this case. Okay. So that's why also everyone has to be registered. Sometimes people ask, what happens if I do not register in the council? Okay. Today only I had one experience. Some college want to organize something. The resource person is not registered in a particular council, in their council. We just deny them and they have to cancel that workshop. Okay. So everyone has to register. Even if you are not practicing in Gujarat state, you are going to Maharashtra, you belong to Maharashtra, then in Maharashtra council you have to register. So if you are not registered in a particular state council and practicing, in that case, there are chances of penalty. And as per the law, there is an imprisonment also. Okay. So be careful. And once you are completing your degree, if you are doing physiotherapy and you are completing your degree, then you immediately register before starting your practice as a physiotherapist. So what are the code of ethics for physiotherapists? This is very important. So you have to respect the rights and dignity of all the individuals. Okay. Not only the patients or physiotherapists, but all the individuals' dignity and rights has to be respected. Comply with the laws and regulation governing the practice of physiotherapist in Gujarat state. You have to accept the responsibility for exercising the sound judgment and proper decision. Your decision and judgment has to be sound. That is a responsibility of physiotherapist. Physiotherapist has to provide honest, competent, and accountable professional service to the patients. When you are providing the service to the patient as a student or as a physiotherapist, it has to be honest, compatible service you have to provide. You have to provide a quality services. Okay. Be entitled to a just and fair level of remuneration for their services. Once you practice as a physiotherapist, as a clinician or academician, you are entitled to have a fair level of remuneration. It should not be too high, too low, but fair level of remuneration you can charge. You can provide you have to provide accurate information to patients or your clients and to other agencies and the community about physiotherapy and services physiotherapists provide. Whatever information you provide as a physiotherapist, that has to be accurate. And you have to contribute to the planning and development of services which address the health needs of community. This is a responsibility of every individual. Many times what happens, individuals are not satisfied, but they do not want to contribute in the planning and development of physiotherapy related services. So it is an individual's responsibility to contribute wherever particular body are doing some developmental services. Okay. So these are the code of ethics for physiotherapist, but this will be applicable when you are going to study in a physiotherapy college also. Okay. So this is all about admission related process as well as Gujarat State Council for Physiotherapy, that is a governing body of physiotherapist. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask.
Any questions regarding admissions, you can ask to madam, or either you can drop a message on a chat. Ma'am already has given all the informations about the admissions and what is the role of GSCPT, that what you can do as a physiotherapist. So I think you have any questions about if you have missed any phase of the admission, or if you have any query that after physiotherapy, what you need to do or so, you can ask the questions. Okay, ma'am, one of the student has written these questions. That is any date and time given for document verification?
Is it regarding admission?
Admission.
Okay. See, as I told you, this document verification process is already done, but they have extended this date. So 18, 19 and 20th August, you can go for a document verification.
Okay. Second question is how to work under the government after completing the Bachelor of Physiotherapy.
So after completion of BPT, Bachelor of Physiotherapy, if you want to work as a government employee, generally what happens, all the recruitment or government recruitment processes are done through a proper advertisement. So you just have to be prepared. Whenever there is advertisement regarding particular vacancy, there will be exam or whatever exam and interview, depending on the job profile they will have. But all the vacancies are advertised through a newspaper, and then only they does the recruitment process. Okay? You just keep on updating yourself or keep on reading the newspaper, or nowadays social media, sorry, you can Google it also.
Okay. Next question is, can you explain the GSCPT for register or related exam for council base?
See, if you are going to study Bachelor of Physiotherapy in Gujarat State or even in the India, there is no any exam for registration in a Gujarat State Council for Physiotherapy, that is GSCPT. Just there is a online process. You can go through it, www.gscpt.in. That is a website of GSCPT. All the process of registration is mentioned there. But this registration you have to do only after completion of BPT. Once you have degree in your hand, then only you will be able to register here. Okay, because this is a registration of physiotherapist. Okay, so first finish your BPT degree and then you can refer this website and register here. Okay.
Okay, so see, thank you, ma'am. Any other questions anybody has? One of the students has said that, ma'am, I have got a message that for document verification, date and time is also given in that message.
Yes, they have given date as well as time also. Time is also fixed, I think 11 to 4 in working days. Okay, so go through that admission committee website. Immediately you will open that website, you will get that first page only. Website is MEDADM, medical admission, MEDADM Gujarat.org. Google it, you will get the date and time. All the information are available there. Okay, it is between 11 to 4, but please refer the website and then you go for document verification.
One has asked that is the merit list is out?
Yes, it is. Right now it is available on admission committee website. Merit list is also there. But as they have extended date, they will have a revised merit list also. Okay, so keep on checking this website regularly, because now admission process is going on. Daily basis, you just check this website.
Okay, so anybody else has further questions?
I think someone is asking that I have to go to a hospital near me for document verification. It's not always a hospital, but there are a list of health center. Just go through that help center list and you can go to your nearby health center. Okay, wherever it is located, in hospital or some colleges, wherever it is, there you have to go.
Still, if anybody has any doubt or questions, they can ask. Okay, then. I think ma'am has given enough knowledge, even information about what is physiotherapy, how you get that admissions, and why registration is required to work ethically in the Gujarat state. So thank you so much, ma'am, for giving this valuable time of yours, for sharing this information to our students, to the students, and uh, again, thank you from the ARIP, and okay, no more questions. I think students may have. So thank you so much for sharing this informations to these students, and over to you, ma'am, if you want to share something in the end.
Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you all the students as well as ARIP and Madam, Megha Madam. Thank you everyone. Hope you all have received a proper information. And still, if you have any doubt, rather asking to anybody or rather asking to your friends, I always say that refer the website, because it is our experience that, especially for GSCPT, we have experienced so many times that students or physiotherapists ask to their friends whatever information they have, that information they give. Almost half of information if you have, and when you share it to somebody, it will become 50% of that. So you will get hardly 25-30% information and you may get misguided. So rather asking to your friends or anybody else, always refer to the official website, especially as right now admission process is going on. Keep on updating yourself with the website only, not through friends. Okay. So hope this session will be helpful to everybody. Thank you very much. Thank
Sure,
you.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
By this, I'm ending this meeting.